Why play The Lord of the Rings Online in 2024? Lord of the Rings Online has been going for just under 17 years, which is a massive achievement for an online game. So why does this game still have a dedicated fan base and players willing to log in and roam around Middle-earth? So together, let's take a look at some of the key features of the game, the pros and the cons, and if you're sitting on the fence, why it's worth giving Lord of the Rings Online a whirl. When you first log in, you're greeted with a character creation screen after picking the server that you want to play on. There's different servers obviously for the United States and for Europe, so picking that could help with one of the problems that we'll discuss later in the video. There's a wide range of classes and races that you can start with. Early on you'll notice that the combat system can appear to be slightly clunky at times, and not as polished as other online games that you perhaps may be used to. The game also suffers from one really bad problem that they've never seemed to be able to eradicate, and that's lag. Quite often, while out adventuring, you'll experience some form of rubber banding. It's not always present, but it is a concern and something to be aware of. Picking the right region at startup can help to mitigate this slightly, as obviously if you're in Europe, a European server would probably be more suitable for you, and if you're in America, an American server. One aspect of Lord of the Rings Online that I think is really good and gives it a leg up on some of its main competitors like World of Warcraft is player housing. So in Lord of the Rings Online you have two types of housing. You have personal housing and kinship housing. Personal housing is exactly what it sounds like, your own little piece of Middle-earth to call your own. Kinship housing is bought by a kinship leader and gives access to all of the kinship, e.g. a guild, as a place to congregate, to share items, and obviously to share stories and trophies, etc. The game is incredibly solo friendly. There are some classes that would be more challenging to play solo, but in general, most of the content in this game can be done as a single player. There are different parts of the game though that are more exciting if you have a fellowship gaming group or you're part of a kinship to take on some more challenging and difficult content, but that's not always necessary. And lastly, as we round out this video, I wanted to talk about the most important aspect of the game to me, and that is the landscape. The world that Tolkien built in his books has been masterfully recreated in this game. The worlds feel vast, vibrant, exciting. The scale of them, as you walk through a zone and see a mountain in the distance, the grandeur, they've done a really excellent job of capturing that in-game. Now, travel through the game can take some time. However, I look at that as one of the key features of the game. It's a game that I can immerse myself in, unwind after a day at work. So if you've ever thought of giving Lord of the Rings Online a go, there's no better time than to jump in. The game is completely free to play. You can however upgrade to a VIP to give yourself some little perks, but by no means is that necessary. So why not give it a whirl, and we'll see you in Middle-earth soon. Thanks for watching.